Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your host Ro. In today's video, we are just going to make some very simple mugs for our upcoming Teachers Appreciation Week. I am going to go ahead and rub off the mugs really quickly just to prepare the surface for our sublimation design. And actually for these designs, I'm just going to do very simple, no words, no nothing on them. Because actually in my mind, I feel as though for teachers, especially if they've been teaching for a very long time, we tend to overdo with the teachers this, teachers that, and maybe I just think that giving them something that has nothing to do with the teacher phrase, we just want to leave them with something that's just very pretty and simple that they can use in their day-to-day lives. So I just wipe them off with this cloth, and I'm just going to use my lint roller. This one is just a Dollar Tree lint roller because I find that it gives me, it's a little easier at times than my other one, but sometimes it's not always the case. So you don't actually have to use a lint roller when you're sublimating on sublimation surfaces, but you can decide when you're doing it yourself. And then once we're all done with that, see, because it gives me a little spot right there. That's why I don't always use it. And I think this time I might skip the lint portion. Okay, so these mugs I actually found on Amazon in a pack of 6. And I want to say it only cost me $11. But I will do my very best to link it in the description bar. So it is the Cricut mugs. And I want to say these are the 11 ounces, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the first one. And I'm not going to do all of them all at once. I'm just going to take my time. And then, so for the sublimation designs, these are not the, they're not sublimation, I'm sorry. These are the Infusible Ink sheets, and these are not the Cricut brand. This is just a Lucky Goddess that I had found online on Amazon as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and start weeding them, as we call it. I'm just gonna peel off the designs, and I just wanted something very simple and quick for the teachers so that we can just give them something that they can use on a regular basis. Now my hands are dry, extremely dry. I went ahead and washed off my hands and made sure that they are free of any oils, residue, and anything of the sort, because when you're working with infusible ink, you don't want any oils on your hands. So my hands are literally ashy, and I mean ashy, because I don't want any oils to damage out the ink on these. Now, I gotta make sure that these sheets are acting kind of funny with me because I don't think they cut all the way through. So I am gonna pull out my scissors and do the rest of the cut. Now, what I did do, I went on Cricut Design Space and just used the standard pre-layout for these sheets, for the design. And I just used whichever one I saw to get the template. That's what it's called. The small 11 ounce template for these. And set that up because I wasn't gonna put any words on it, and then just had it cut it out for me. Like I said, I just wanted to give the teachers something very simple, no words on it, just an easy design that they can use at home as they wished, and nothing else. And I thought that would be very enjoyable to them. And let's cut this off. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, giving the teachers something that didn't say specifically teachers on it. And what are you guys gifting your teachers around for this Teachers Appreciation? Okay, let's see if I can get this thing to work for me. Normally it cuts out very well. I think I do need to do a calibration on my machine. and I've been procrastinating, and I need to stop because I'm aware I do that. I need to do that. And cut this little piece off right here. But whenever it starts acting up, I just really, my Maker 3 starts acting up, I've been just switching to my Explorer. And I think that's why I've been procrastinating. So let's go ahead and see how this one is. So with the infusible inks, you don't need to use any weeding tools. They should just pick up. And I'm actually touching them a little more than I should be, but if you guys have been watching my channel for any length of time, you know nothing I do tends to work as it's supposed to. This is a channel where it's supposed to be a collaboration when I craft, but it seems like everything's determined to say, no, Ro, we are just going to make your life difficult when you're recording. All right, so let's go ahead and peel this one back as well. If I'd known they were going to give me this much trouble, I'd have pre-done this off camera. But then you guys wouldn't be able to see the joy of my torture session, right? Let's rip this off, and then that way I can see exactly where I need to cut. Right there. Now, I don't have to keep this portion where I'm leaving it. That's just gonna help me stick it onto the mugs on the end. But I can always just use tape for that. Okay, that one's out. So let's do the last one. Put this to the side. Oh, sorry about that, I moved my camera. Let's see if this one gives me a little less problems. Again, these sheets is just an off-brand, and I bought them mostly because they were already in the size for the mugs, for the Joy, I'm sorry, not the mugs. And I was like, well, if they're already sized for the Joy, let me go ahead and try them out, because then it's perfect size for the mugs. And that was my mindset when I got them, even though Cricut already has infusible ink sheets with the same thing, but I didn't have those yet at the time. And after I bought these, I went ahead and bought the ones from Cricut. So let's see how these come out, and then we'll make a decision on whether we like off-brand infusible ink sheets. Although honestly, I think I'm just gonna go back to using Cricut brand sheets. Okay. All right, so we're all good there. All 4 of these have been out. Colors. And I have no rhyme reason how I picked them. I just picked four of them out. All right, let's turn this on. And then the other thing that I did, we're gonna set these out to the side. Here. Uh-oh, that's okay. And then the other thing that I found was some pre-cut butcher paper, so that I would not keep wasting, I should say, my full-size sheets. I'm gonna pre-measure and pre-cut. So this, I thought, would make it easier when I'm making my mugs. So let's see how that comes out. I have not used them yet because I was waiting to see if this would work. All right, so let's do this one first. So I'm just gonna put the mug facing, the handle facing me. Okay, and then we are just going to place this down this way towards us. All right, and we're gonna push this as close, as tight as possible. This way it'll make sure that it's as even as possible towards the handle. And it'll align this as even as possible towards us. And if it's not, then we can make some slight adjustments to it. And it looks like it's a little off. So let's finagle that just a little bit. Let's move this a little bit. Right about there. You guys know I'm not the straightest person. I think that looks about as even as it's gonna get. Stick this sticky part down. Okay. So I'm gonna stick this part down. That's why I wanted that adhesive there. Right there. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some heat transfer tape. This one is the Cricut brand. You don't have to use the Cricut brand. I do have some other tape that I do use frequently. It looks like my kids have been playing with my tape. So I'm just gonna cut it off a little bit. And then what I wanna do is secure the lip to make sure that this is secure at the top. Right there. Now you don't have to do it this way. You can also do it the other way. Let me show you. You can do it this way. It's really up to you. I might just switch it. Do it this way. This is just to make sure that this stays on. Gets all the everything stuck on there. Just waiting for this to preheat. And I don't think this one wants to heat. I'll use that. So we're going to get a cleaner piece of tape. And you want to make sure that you use heat transfer tape because it's supposed to be designed specifically for high temperature temps, like what we're doing the mug press for. Okay, this looks like it's ready. I'm gonna put one more piece right there, just for peace of mind. Okay. Like I was saying, this one isn't the Cricut mug press. I do plan on buying the Cricut mug press, but I wanted to get this one as a tester to see how much I like it. And I want it to be non-traditional, just for the sake of being non-traditional. All right. Let me go ahead and put it, grab my sheets and see how this works. Okay, wrap these up, and it is a perfect fit. That is why I wanted to try these, because, you know, I am a firm believer of work smarter and not harder. And I keep hitting my camera, sorry. And I really wanted, I was getting really tired of having to cut all those pieces of butcher paper. Perfect. And having strips of it everywhere. All right, that looks good. Oh, that's a little off. See what I mean? If I laid it down, I wouldn't have any problems. Okay. If I sat it down, I mean. Okay, that looks good. All the way around, covered, and 3 sheets. And the 3 sheets of paper is to protect your mug press from the ink, the infusible inks inking inside your mug press, because it is going to bleed. So you don't want it to bleed inside your mug press, because what'll happen is if it goes inside your mug press, any ink that'll go in there will contaminate any other projects that you work with. So let's go ahead and put that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in sideways. And then this one, we just push the button. Release that real quick. I'm gonna do it this way. There we go. And then just like the Cricut mug press, it'll let me know when it's done. But this one would actually release everything on its own whenever it's done. So while that's cooking and baking, we can go ahead and start wiping down our next mug. And then my plan is, once they're all done, I will let my daughters actually pick which ones they want for their teachers. Now, each of my daughters have 2 teachers, so I'll let them pick which one they want for the teachers. Okay, so this one now is done. I'm just gonna carefully lift it up. We're gonna put it right there so it can finish infusing on its own right there. All right, and in the meantime, let me go ahead and start prepping this one. I was prepping it, but it got crooked on me. And there, we got it set. Uh-oh, and this one's stuck on my arm. This one back on. Trying to decide if this one's straight, but I don't think it is, because it's sticking too much over. Let's reset. In there, that's better. And remember not to touch them when they first come out, because they are very, very hot. I can see the steam on there. We're gonna take that down. And once again, we are gonna take the top. Just so we can make sure that the lip does get all down. Fully infused as well. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to do the tape step. It should cook anyway. It's just a precaution. Okay, now let's grab our butcher paper. Remember, we're doing 3. And then once that cools down, I'm gonna show you why we did 3. Put it right there. Just let me grab a piece of tape first. And then we're gonna put that back on here. Make sure it's straight and it's covering all the infusible ink sheet. All the way across, okay? And this is how it looks. Again, that's just to protect your surface of your mug press. And then we're gonna put that back in there at an angle so that doesn't catch on anything. And then we're gonna Angle it right there and hit the button. Oh, I turned it off, sorry. Go ahead and press. There we go. We can actually move this over and start taking off the tape. Just to see. I think I'm gonna let it cool down some more. Yeah, I'm gonna let it cool down some more. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and start this one. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my other heat tape just so you guys can see that it's perfectly okay to use that tape just as well as the Cricut tape. The Cricut tape can be expensive unless you find it on sale at places like Joann's, sometimes even on Cricut's website. But a lot of times these are a lot easier to find on Amazon and things like that. So just in case you're looking for heat transfer tape. All right, so let's go ahead and take this down. That quickly. And this is a tape dispenser. You don't have to use it just for heat transfer tape. I just think it works great for that specific purpose. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our sheets again. I am loving having this in my craft room now. I don't think I ever want to go back to not having these sheets. Oh my gosh, it's making my life that much easier. Okay. Here right there. Okay, so once that's done, we'll pop that out and then start the next one. Go ahead and load this last one on here. No. Okay, just wanted to make sure that it's straight if my eyes can see. And there we go. Now here in Georgia, pull this out very quickly. Leave this here to cool down, and then we're gonna put this one in. And right at an angle just so it doesn't catch. And then we're gonna head and get that one started. And like I was saying, here in Georgia, it looks like our appreciation week is going to be the first week of May. So I wanted to try my best to get these out just in time. In previous years, I have given the teachers gifts late, and I've apologized, but I'm trying to do better. I figure as long as they get it, better late than never, right? Because teachers are awesome. Okay, let's get these taped up here. All right. All right, now let's get this last one up on this mug, and then we can do the reveal for our very first mug, because I'm ready to see. Now, I haven't done a lot of mugs. Oh my gosh. That was my Mr. bottle that finally fell. I haven't done a lot of mugs, and the ones that I have done, some of them have came out truly atrocious. We're going to take this out of the way, and let's see how the other one came out. Okay, now that they've completely cooled off, let's go ahead and see what we've got. Fingers crossed that they came out okay. Let me get a tool to help me peel this back, because my nails, let me just get a pair of scissors, because that might be easier. And let's reveal and cross our fingers that I didn't mess it up. And that I did it okay, because this is probably my third attempt at this, and we are hoping that we did a good job. And why is this tape being so difficult? Now, okay, the color on this one is really pretty. All right, now all the color came off, so that's good. I do see one little problem, but I think it's gonna be okay right there. Look at that. Wow. That is really pretty. This side seems a little lighter, but I think it's okay. And then this side. But outside of that, I don't think anybody who's not a crafter is gonna really notice that. But, and then that's the problem that I've been having with this machine. It's these edges. And I don't know if it's the machine itself that's not squeezing it right there, but I think it's gonna be okay. And that's one of the reasons why I've been thinking about just getting a Cricut mug press. It's one of the downsides to this press. That's kind of been upsetting me. All right, so let's get this one. I must have really put these heat tapes on there really good. All right, let's get this next one. Let's see how this one behaves. Okay. Look at this one, it's such a sunset. I feel as though this one did better. Oh, the color. Look at that. That is so pretty. See, this one did much better. And this is just my eyes. Wow. These infusible sheets are so pretty. All right, let's take this one off. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this one off and see. It's like the edges are not as pronounced. I guess that's the word that I'm looking for. Like when I look on the pictures, I don't see them showing. Oh, come on. The way that I imagine. See how this one is more distorted than this side? But look at that. The rest of it is really pretty. I love how it looks though. Make sure you can see that out of the glare. Okay, just put that down right there. Then let's get this one off. But like I was saying, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to switch to the Cricut one to see if it's me or if it's the press itself that's doing that. I'm hoping it's the mug press and not just me that's really messing up the design. You know, that 10% could just be user error. Okay. See what I mean? See how it came out like that? And it's like, oh, and it does that to all of them. So it can't just be me. But I'm gonna make it work. I love these. But the colors are coming off really well. But it's just a little bummer on the edges. But I think I'm gonna be okay. And I think the teachers are still gonna really love these mugs. So we're gonna move these to the side. Get rid of that really quickly. And we are going to take a final look at all of the mugs and see how cute is this one. Wow. I think this might be my favorite one with this sunset. And then this last one, this is pretty. It's really out there, but I think it's beautiful. Okay. So this is all 4 of our mugs together. Let me put them down this way for our teachers' gifts this year. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I do need to, I have another gift that I'm going to bring out in probably another video and put all of them together and see what we're going to finish off for this year. But if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll do my best to link everything that I've used in this video, just in case you want to go ahead and recreate any of these designs. Remember, life is always better in full color. Bye, guys.